This is Bart Sharp with Greater Consciousness Through Emotional Transformation, with the theme of how do we deal with the fear of the unknown. And I'm living in Austin, Texas right now. It's my home. I've been living in France for the past 6 months. When I returned to Austin on November 2nd, it seemed like things were very different. And then the election happened, and then things seemed to be much more stressful. There seems to be this climate in the air of people being afraid, angry, not knowing what the future's going to bring for them. And it's just kind of a haunting feeling as I talk to my friends. Just about everybody feels the same with that, and everybody deals with it differently. So one of the things about the unknown is that, or the fear of the unknown, is that it triggers various other experiences that we have had similar fears in the past. So as we have a fear in the present, it's triggering various other things inside of us. And so for us to make a very clear distinction, we need to start asking our body when we feel these fears, is this a fear from the past or is it from the present? And then begin to reflect, if it's from the past, about what incidences are being stimulated. And most likely it is childhood experiences for the first 7 years of life. It's very much around our parental upbringing. And as something stressful comes on, what we've not resolved in that childhood reactivates or re-stimulates in our consciousness. It kind of pairs up with the fear of the present. And so when two fears join together, they multiply and the energy becomes bigger. Therefore, the fear feels much bigger than it actually is. So when we start to find out what our past is in relation to the fear of the present, we start to have more clarity, and then we can push that aside and maybe even deal with that and find out what that fear was or trauma and come to resolution with it. Because ultimately that's what the body is trying to do, is to bring this stuff up in our daily life so we'll finally pay attention to it. The body does not like to hold repressed, unresolved memories that are fearful or angry or unpleasant. It's just a weight it doesn't want to hold. And so present tense always brings us up. And when we come upon a time like now that is particularly stressful for a lot of people, these issues come up in spades. And so this is a time to reflect, to know yourself even greater. Also, just think about this. You don't have to solve all the problems at once. And one of the tools I use is I allow myself to hold my fears maybe in my front pocket. And that's a symbol that I use. It's like I tell my body, hold it in my front pocket. I'll deal with you later. But right now, I have other things. Of course, what I have to do is allow a time consistently to deal with those emotions. For me, I'm happy they come up because it just means more and more thing I can look at and resolve and become more free, more conscious, in a higher vibration on this planet, which I think the world needs, is more higher vibrational people. So get to work on your issues, stay present, and continue to ask the question, what is fearful in the present tense and what is being stimulated from the past? This is Bart Sharp with Greater Consciousness Through Emotional Transformation.